Today we're driving about an hour and a half northwestern Melbourne to a town called Ballarat. In the 1850s they discovered gold in this part of the world and people literally come from everywhere. Today I'm chasing gold too, Redfin gold in Lake Windaree. Welcome to Lake Windaree, situated smack bang in the middle of downtown Ballarat. This is Jimmy, he's a fishing machine. Can I ask Jimmy, how long have you actually lived in Ballarat?
I've been here for about 3 months now, Paul.
3 months, but do you know where the fish are?
Yes, I do, Paul. I'm finding them.
Well then, I'm going to call him a dead set local. Let's go catch him, mate.
Let's do it.
Bit of wind today, is that going to bother us?
Nah, we'll get them.
I like confidence. Which direction are we heading, mate?
We're heading that way, Paul.
Beautiful. In 13 years of IFISH, I don't think we've ever had redfin as the target species. A lot of wind around today, so what we're doing is using the water snake to reposition, sneak up on the fish, basically get ourselves into a place where we think we might find a few. And we press the button, the talon goes down into the ground and pretty much locks us on the spot. Then both of us are just walking around the boat, peppering past every location we can. Once we've fished a zone, pull it up, move off the water snake, pick a new area, pop it down and start it all over again. That's a nice fish, mate.
Nice colours on it.
Aren't they pretty fish? Well, that is the fish we're looking for. Obviously not the monster we're looking for though.
He'll come out later.
He'll come out later and you can see, wheedle over that jig, that is a redfin for obvious reasons. Now, you were telling me before, these things have a pretty unique hunting pack mentality. How does that work?
Yeah, so when they're small, Paul, they gang up together and they'll have a few on the flanks and they'll rush like little patches of weed to hunt all the bait fish and bugs and all that sort of thing out of it, and they'll just sit on and peck all the stuff coming through. So
they actually work like killer whales almost.
Yeah, they're very notorious for sort of pack hunting, and they're almost like little raptors really, the way they hunt.
That is crazy. One pretty and one intelligent fish. So you live in Townsville, you love your jungle perch fishing. I believe you took a photo that went viral, famous around the world, mate.
Yeah, I was out fishing one day before a big storm, Paul, and I caught a nice sized jungle perch on a little lure and I was winding it in, and as I was taking the lure out of its mouth, I noticed there was a little green thing staring at me, and it was actually a green tree frog.
Nice.
So I got my camera out, took a quick photo.
Yep.
And yeah, I couldn't believe how it came out. Came home, showed my missus, she put it on Facebook and it just went viral from there. The frog jumped out at the end, so that was the cool part about it.
At the end of the day, the frog was one happy frog.
Very happy.
That is gold. Nice fish, mate?
Yeah, nice healthy little fish there, Paul.
Well, you said it's the witching hour. Now, swing it up to me. Oh. You know what this fish proves to me? This proves to me that so far you and I have failed, because we can keep catching these little ones.
Catching plenty of them.
But the big ones, they've just eluded us so far. What's the biggest fish you've pulled out of this lake? Redfin.
47, Paul.
47, and what's the biggest you've heard of?
I've heard of 50s plus coming out of here, so.
50 centimetre redfin, that is like my dream. That's like 100 kilo yellowfin tuna, 1,000 pound marlin, a metre 25 barramundi. But small fish, they're the sweet ones, my mum always said. And the day is not over yet. Well done, mate, good work. The lures you're using on these redfin are called spinnerbaits, and they look a little bit like a coat hanger with heaps of stuff hanging off them. Metal head there gets it down very quickly, bit of a skirt. There's a stinger hook in the back there that likes to grab the fish when he comes up to hit that. And on the front here we've got 2 blades. These guys are actually called Willow Blades. And the idea behind the Willow Blade, it sinks very quickly and gives a really good rattle as it goes through the water. That one there is actually a Colorado blade. You can see it's much fatter in its profile, a little bit slower. Because it's only small, it won't affect the swim of this lure too much. These things look stupid, but man, do they catch fish. It's a small one, mate.
Very tiny.
But you did say it was getting towards the witching hour.
It is?
That's when the redfin would start to bite.
Exactly right. It's that nice time of the day where they come out and do a bit of hunting.
So you normally do like 6 till 9 p.m. after work?
Yeah, get out when I can, but generally that's the hours I work through.
Yep.
Nice colours on him.
Oh, how's the coloration? Now, do you find that these fish that are smaller tend to get better coloration than the fish that are bigger?
Yeah, definitely. You can really see those 5 coloured bands stand out on these fish.
I've never seen a better taxidermied fish than a big redfin. They're just so special. And mate, they're absolute predators. And it's important to take them out of the lake in it because you can't physically put this back.
That's right, Paul. They're a noxious species, so we've got to do our bit to get them out of the waterways when we can.
Well, for a noxious species, I'm here to tell you, they taste 11 out of 10. The best eating freshwater fish in the world. And I'd rate them higher than about 90% of saltwater fish too. What do you think?
Absolutely, Paul.
Oof, you know what? I can see it now. Redfin nuggets. Yummy. Thought I was delirious. Thought I saw the Loch Ness monster in Ballarat. 4 of them. 4 in the bite. Yep, got him.
Fish on!
Well, that's a good fish. That is a solid fish. Now that was the cast after the last one I dropped, and he literally came in and smacked it straight away.
Nice work.
There's a lot of weight there.
You want to grab the net?
Yes, please, mate.
No worries.
And I just love these things so much. Normally redfin are a bycatch, a fish that you catch when you're fishing for trout or Australian natives, but it's nice to actually come out here and target them. Oh!
No.
He just pulled the hook right there. Let's have a look. He's actually, no, all good. That hook just fell out. That's bad luck because he was a big, big fish. Yep, gotcha. He followed that for ages, eh? Oh, he's come to the top straight away. He hit it on the drop. I actually saw the tweak in the line, and then he followed, I reckon, at least half the retrieve and then still come back and ate it. He's not a bad fish, mate. Just slide him in there. That
Lovely
was
work.
very, very cool. How good
Yeah,
is that?
I saw that. I saw you slow it right down. You just sort of hit it as you were bringing it back.
Yeah, you just came right in and nailed it. Not as big as the one I just lost, is it?
No, not quite, Paul.
What proportion do you think you get of small fish versus those big fish?
I'd say about 70% of the sessions I'm getting the small fish,
Yep.
and you get those, 3 or 4 crackers through a session. But
Well, they're the ones who are chasing those crackers because big redfin look beautiful. Now, what's the go with these things and their eggs? They're tough, hardy fish. They lay their eggs in some sort of jelly and the fish just don't eat them.
yeah, that's right. The other fish don't seem to go near it, so they're really well sort of adapted to these lakes. They can sort of, do their spawning and get away with it pretty cleanly. So
They really are a clever fish. They've taken over a lot of these lakes. That's why you've got to take them out. You cannot put them back. In fact, in some states it's illegal to put them back. And redfin can be found in every state of Australia except the Northern Territory. There you go. Well, coming to Ballarat was all about catching that monster redfin. Jimmy, I had him on. What's going on?
Paul, he was there. He was a good fish.
So close but so far. I had plenty of luck. Unfortunately, it was all bad. You get that sometimes when you go fishing. Now, the big question. If people want to see the frog in the mouth, will you put the photo on your Instagram page?
Absolutely.
He's the man. Follow this bloke on Instagram. Get to Lake Minderee, Ballarat, an incredible part of the world. Ribbit.